Stella's POV. I was never meant to be Luna. I was meant to be the ghost of the pack house, the forgotten shadow trailing behind the alpha whose voice commanded all, but whose mate was nothing more than a servant in her own home. I never asked for jewels, never asked for roses. All I ever wanted was one promise. One damn promise. A cruise. Sean, alpha of the Ravenshade pack, had sworn it back when he still had a soul left in him. When his arms felt like home instead of chains. When the scent of his wolf was strong and true and not drowned in the metallic tang of blood and gunpowder. One day, when we're rich, he had once whispered into my hair, his alpha aura warm and protective. I'll take you around the world, baby. Just us. The moon and the sea, no one else. But that was before the empire. Before money and power corrupted his wolf. Before his heart turned to steel. Before I became his Luna only in name and his servant in practice. And today was my 48th birthday. No one greeted me. No candles, no hell to honor my years. Not even the smallest offering at the hearth. The pack celebrated everyone else. Just never me. Maybe, just maybe, I thought it could be mine tonight. I brought it up after dinner. He was in his leather chair, running that old, oil-stained cloth over a wolf-bone blade, polishing it like a relic passed down from blood to blood. The flat screen muttered some forgotten western, but no one was watching. My wolf whimpered inside me, small, weary, still clinging to a shred of hope. Do you remember what you told me, on my 18th birthday? I asked, my voice quiet but steady. He didn't look up. Which part? That we'd travel, see the world together. You said once the business settled and our boy was grown, we'd go on a cruise. Just us. Alpha Sean chuckled, low and cruel, the sound rolling out of him like a growl from a wolf who had long since forgotten compassion. Are you out of your damn mind? Do you think you deserve a cruise? Okay at you, Stella. You look like a bamboo stick about to snap. You think any captain would roll out a red carpet for you? No, they'd mistake you for some stray mutt-dragging fleas on board. My chest tightened. But today's what? His gaze finally rose, and I saw it, those amber wolf eyes, dulled, heavy, older now. You're not young anymore. The world isn't kind to women like you. You're not like Marga. The name hit like claws against my throat. Marga, my sister-in-law, his brother's widow, slim, blonde, all sharp perfume and silk dresses, a she-wolf who always carried herself like she belonged on the cover of a magazine. She judged me with her eyes every time we shared a room, and Alpha Sean never once defended me. She's younger, he continued, travels for business, makes appearances for the pack, represents the family. She's part of the image. But you've always been the one behind the scenes. That's where you belong. The house. The family. You keep things running. Gee. Behind me, the twins snorted. My grandsons, wolves with fangs, are already sharper than their manners. Yeah, Ma, you look like a skeleton in a funeral dress, Ken sneered, his young wolf aura buzzing with arrogance. Smells like old mop water and dead cats, Kurt added, pinching his nose. They burst into cruel laughter. No one stopped them. No one ever did. Mark, my son, both my pride and my shame, leaned against the fridge, his scent sour with beer and frustration. Hey, Ma, wash my clothes, yeah? My wife's busy. And bleach the white ones this time. Unless you want to ruin another set. I'm not your maid, I murmured. His head snapped up, wolf energy crackling in the air. What was that? I said I'm not. A half-empty soda can slammed at my feet. Then what the fuck are you? Because you sure as hell ain't doing anything else in this house. You don't bring money. You don't bring status. My blood boiled, my wolf stirring weakly inside me, though too suppressed to rise. I raised you, I hissed. Fed you, keep you alive when your fever nearly took you. I've been working since before you were born. Well, maybe you should have worked on smelling better, one of the twins piped up. Yeah, Kurt sneered, our classmates say you look like some rogue wandering in from the wilds. Ugly enough to scare a whole pack. They laughed, voices ringing like knives in the hollow of my chest. Alpha Sean only reached for his wolf-bone blade, inspecting it as if it were worth more than me. We've got money, Stella, plenty of it, but I'm not wasting it on useless help. You're here. You've got 2 hands. Why the hell would I hire a maid when you're already chained to this house? Besides, I never liked more Omega wolves running around the pack house. The woman of the house. That's what he called me. But I owned nothing. Not a car. Not a card. Every cent I needed, I had to beg for. And if I dared to ask for more, he demanded receipts, penny by penny, like I was some rogue to be monitor. That night, when the noise died down and the wolves retreated to their rooms, I pulled out the old red suitcase from the closet. The one Alpha Sean had bought me in Australia before our wedding, back when he had sworn to be my alpha, my mate, my world. I stared down at my hands. They no longer looked like mine. Lined, broken, calloused from work that was never acknowledged. I used to be someone. A Vale, daughter of the strongest alpha, a she-wolf born of fire and dominance, a Luna by birthright. I gave it all up for love, turned my back on my bloodline, thinking an alpha like Sean Ravenshade's bond was enough. And now I was nothing. A ghost in a house of wolves. No kingdom, no crown. No mate is worthy of the bond we once swore under the full moon. Maybe, just maybe, leaving this family, leaving this pack of ingrates, was the best gift I could give myself on my birthday, because I was done being a ghost. And somewhere deep inside, my wolf stirred, whispering that the night was still mine. The next morning, the news came to me the way most truths did, sloppily, thoughtlessly, thrown like scraps. Ken, crumbs clinging to his shirt, spoke with his mouth full of crisps. Marga rented the whole top floor of the Starview Hotel. Big feast. Dad says it's for us. A pack celebration. I paused mid-mop, the wooden handle slick in my palms. Us? Kurt's smirk was sharp enough to cut. Not you, Ma. Grandpa said you're not up for it. I mean, look at you. Not up for it. As though I were sick. As though I were fading. As though I were a wolf too weak to even matter. By sunset, the house had shed its noise. Alpha Sean had shaved, combed back his silver-streaked hair, and doused himself in that rare cologne he reserved only for funerals or blood oath gatherings. He looked every inch the alpha he once was, broad-shouldered, commanding, untouchable. He adjusted the twins' collars with the care of a proud elder while Mark smoothed the lapels of his best suit. "Remember, Alp," Hashan told them, his voice threaded with authority, "Marga does this because she loves us. She is family." The boys grinned, their voices cruel in unison. "That's why we love Marga more than Grandma Stella. No goodbye. No promise to bring me back a plate or even a whisper of acknowledgement. Only the door shut with the finality of a coffin lid. Silence settled in the pack house. Not the peace of quiet, but the hollow echo of being forgotten. It rang louder than any slap. I stood in the hallway in my worn slippers, clutching a basket of unfolded clothes. My stomach growled, but I hadn't cooked. Why feed a ghost? Out of defiance, I switched on the television. There they were, projected larger than life on the evening broadcast. The Starview Hotel sparkled with crystal chandeliers, golden candelabras, and the low hum of violin strings. Marga glowed in her white fur shawl, Alpha shone beside her, my son and his mate smiling with the polish of politicians. The twins, Ken and Kurt, raised soda glasses in tuxedos tailored too fine for their spoiled shoulders. The reporter announced it with reverence, a private Ravenshade pack gathering Marga Hartclaw's homecoming. The family behind one of the most powerful shipping empires in the country, but I was not in the shot, not in the story, not in whispers. They toasted with champagne. I sipped stale coffee. They laughed under gilded chandeliers while I wiped a smudge from the glass door. Then came the cut deeper than any blade, Marga leaning toward Alpha Sean, whispering something that sent both of them into laughter. My son joined in. I didn't hear her words, but my wolf bristled. I felt them, and I knew they were about me. The bond between wolf and insult does not need translation. It burns through the bones. Hours later, well after midnight, the front door groaned open. My heart leapt, foolishly, thinking perhaps my son, Mark, had returned to me. But no, it was them. Marga entered like she owned the ground she walked on, her heels striking the marble with the confidence of a queen. Alpha Sean leaned heavily against her, drunk and pliant, his tie undone, his lips still stained with wine. "Oh, Luna Stella," she cooed, smirking when she found me rooted at the staircase like a phantom. "Didn't think you'd still be awake." She steered him forward, arm entwined with his as if she were his Luna instead of me. "Mark and the boys are staying at my penthouse, too tired to come back." But Alpha Sean, she patted his chest possessively. "Well, he can't rest in strange beds." Poor Alpha. I recognized the lie immediately. She was not helping him home, she was parading my replacement in front of me. From her bag, she pulled a container and tossed it carelessly at my feet. "Leftovers," she said, her tone mocking sweet. "Go eat, Luna. You look like you weigh 30 kilos at best. A wolf that frail wouldn't last a hunt." I didn't move. My fists clenched, nails biting into my palms. My wolf snarled low inside me, desperate to lash out. "I'll put Alpha to bed," Marga added, a sly curl on her lips. "I know you two don't share a room anymore. He told me your side of the bed reeks of." She looked me over from head to toe, as if weighing my every flaw and strength, measuring what I was truly capable of. Then she continued. "Disappointment." I stepped forward once, just once. My hand twitched with the urge to claw her across the face. It would have felt good, almost holy, but I didn't, because the true knife came from him. Drunk, his eyes glazed, Sean smiled at her like she was the only star in the sky. "Mark is so pretty," he slurred. "Smells like peaches. My Luna, Stella, just smells like dishwater and old arguments." They ascended the stairs together, his weight resting against her, her laughter echoing down the hall like a song of conquest. And in that moment, I realized, they did not kill me. They simply replaced me. I waited, not because I still cared, but because I needed to know. 1:00, 2:00, still no sign of her leaving. The lights above remained lit, the silence heavy but alive. Then came the sound, a thump, then another, steady, rhythmic, intimate. My blood turned to ice. My wolf growled inside me, dragging me forward like prey tethered to a predator. I climbed the stairs, each step heavy as stone, each breath sharp as broken glass. The hallway stretched like a grave path, leading me to the bedroom, the Alpha's room that once had been ours. The door was ajar. I saw Marga, bare and shameless, straddling Sean. Her red-painted nails raked his chest like talons. Her head tossed back, curls wild, as she rode him with the hunger of a she-wolf in heat. And Sean, my mate, my Alpha of 3 decades, grunted beneath her, his hands gripping her like she was his salvation. My knees threatened to give. My throat burned dry. Her voice cut through me, a howl of mockery. "Alpha Sean, ruin me, fill me the way she never could." And Sean, panting like a beast, grow. "Ain't, you're perfect, Marga. You've always been the one." I fled, my wolf clawing inside me, screaming to tear them apart, but my body faltered. I stumbled into the downstairs bathroom, retching until my ribs cramped, the sound of their betrayal still pounding in my ears. It was not about sex. It was about erasure. About being stripped of my place in the pack, my mate bond rotting while another woman wore my crown. They didn't just want to humiliate me, they wanted to watch me wither. But a she-wolf who survives this doesn't stay curled on the floor. She waits, she remembers, and she learns to haunt quietly, until the night she finally lets her wolf break free.